All right, JPMorgan has predicted that Bitcoin could hit $165,000 by the end of the year. That's around 40% higher than where it currently trades. Why? Well, they've coined the term the debasement trade. This is when investors, and in particular retail ones, flock to Bitcoin and gold as hedges against deficits, inflation, and weakening traditional currencies. And the dollar certainly has been. Now, basically, the rising popularity of Bitcoin and gold reflects deeper economic anxieties. Well, since late 2024, retail investors have been pouring into both Bitcoin and gold ETFs. As you can see, Bitcoin trades just at around $120,000 right now, up over 1% today. But over the course of the year, it's still lagging behind gold's performance, as you can see here. Now, JPMorgan's prediction is based on a calculation that reflects the amount of capital needed to hold Bitcoin versus gold and comes at a time when demand for both assets is surging. In the bank's report, it highlights how this valuation gap has shifted. At the end of 2024, Bitcoin, it says, was considered $36,000 overvalued compared to gold. Today, it's roughly $46,000 undervalued, creating a strong case for upside. Now, gold prices today are fairly steady, but they're heading for their 7th consecutive weekly rise. JPMorgan says that this stronger demand for safe haven assets like gold and the fact more retail investors are getting involved has pushed them to revise their call on Bitcoin higher. And they're not the only ones. Some have even projected $200,000 by year end.
Brooke mentioned a new piece. You coined something called Uptober. What in the world is that, and can it continue? I'm guessing this has something to do with the markets going up in October.
Yeah, that's right. And October, that is what is the industry sort of has coined the month of October, because it is the strongest month when it comes to Bitcoin seasonally. Also, Q4 tends to be the strongest month, the strongest period or quarter when it comes to crypto. So investors are very bullish on the month of October.
Oh, you almost said October. It was coming as I saw it.
It was coming.
I love it. I love it. Keep it coming.
Yeah, so look, and you've had firms also talking about their year-end price targets. They're all seeing Bitcoin that's going to be higher. You also have tailwinds that are going into this month as well, and liquidity tailwinds. You've got the stablecoin issue that is stablecoin issuance, which has been accelerating. This is positive for blockchains like Ethereum, like Solana. So overall, you have sort of a bullishness when it comes to Bitcoin. And by the way, the fact that you have been seeing gold at all-time highs, Sean Farrell from Fundstrat points to the fact that gold and Bitcoin sort of interchange when one is up, the other one tends to be lower. Well, gold tends to front run Bitcoin. He's expecting that perhaps you may see some rotation coming out of gold and into digital gold. So coming out of analog gold going into digital.
Amanda, sorry, you're totally going to get sucked into Friday vibes here on the Yahoo Finance set, but it's good to see you, Amanda. It's been a while. Look, I mean, the government shut down day 3. Can Uptober continue if this continues on for another week or two?
Well, it's great to be with all of you. I'm glad to be here with you this morning. I thought you were going to ask me a crypto question.
Oh, we could. That sounds broader. If you want to go there, go right ahead, Amanda. Fire away. Wherever you want to go.
Well, so I'll give you the broad answer, and then we can go down the crypto rabbit hole further if you want. But we definitely believe that the market rally can continue, despite a lot of the purple haze, which I've been talking about all year. The purple haze of fiscal policy uncertainty is definitely in the driver's seat as a function of the government shutdown. Of course, we've looked at government shutdowns through history. This is not unprecedented. And so markets do tend to shrug it off. And so the market is really focused on other things right now. This is a little bit of noise in the short run, but the market is expecting that we will get back to it in the next couple of weeks or so. So I think the market is really very focused on the path for earnings growth. We've seen really positive revisions over the course of Q3. I think it sets the stage for a good result in Q3 earnings season. I think the full year 2025 is going to shape up to be really strong, and 2026 earnings growth is really, really positive on top of another strong outcome potentially for this year. So I think the market is focused on the fundamentals, where the rubber meets the road. They're sort of dialing back the purple haze noise that's going around.
All right, what are you feeling on crypto here?
So I'm a big fan of the innovation around all things crypto. It's hard for me to say, oh, buy Bitcoin at these levels. So as in full disclosure, I'm not saying I'm making a recommendation here, but we have spent a lot of time looking at and thinking about how to access blockchain technology, namely through private markets. Venture capital is sort of the place to be. It's hard to access for the retail investor, but some of the use cases that are starting to bubble up in that part of the asset class universe are looking really interesting. And I think with more of a legislative piece of support coming through, a little bit more clarity, a little bit less purple haze, I think it does set the stage for a real transformation and some legitimacy around the industry. So I think it's early innings. I think it has staying power.